tonight, closer to home tonight, the final Carabao Cup quarter-final, Danny's former club Liverpool going against West Ham. Thereafter, Danny, I wonder what we're going to discover this weekend as regards the title challenge. Manchester City, of course, are over in Saudi at the moment at the Club World Cup. Liverpool-Arsenal on the horizon. After what we saw at the weekend, 0-0. Now, Graeme Souness sat in this very studio, sat in the same chair that Chris is sitting on right now. And we were getting into all the various permutations of what came out of that, Chris. A 0-0, but there wasn't a whole story. And one or two people were having a pop at Liverpool, much to Souness's amusement.
Liverpool have a lot of goal scorers, which makes them dangerous. You'd be an absolute village idiot to be critical of this Liverpool team. They're entertaining. This is not me talking as a Liverpool supporter. Going back a couple of years when Man City were still a dominant team, their brand of football in Liverpool's was different. I enjoyed, as a football person, I enjoyed watching Liverpool more than I did City.
What do you think off the back of that 0-0? Were they totally free of any criticism that was going to come their way? Souness wasn't having it.
I think if you wanted a title contenders, you're always going to be under the microscope and people will criticise or critique, I should say, your performance. So there's nothing wrong with that. But his point was right. I was listening to it and Sue's spot on in that Liverpool don't have a problem. I mean, they've won every game at Anfield this year. That's their first time they haven't scored at home and haven't won. So it would be silly to be too critical of them, especially their home form, because they were sitting top of the league the day before they kicked off in the game. I mean, Liverpool have had a huge transition in the summer, a turnaround of players, if you like. I think most Liverpool supporters, if not all, would have bitten your hand off to be where we are now. I don't think there's a problem. Now, yes, could they have been better in the final third? Could you be critical of that? Yeah, of course, because they're top players and you expect more. It was a bit disappointing.
Yeah.
But overall, where Liverpool are at is a very good place. And I expect a reaction against Arsenal. It'll be interesting to see what team Klopp picks tonight. But generally against Arsenal at Anfield, we do well.
I know of the North London clubs, you'd love it to be Tottenham we're talking about. I mean, for various reasons we would, but we can't at the moment because we're locked into this fixture. Liverpool, Arsenal, we're going to know an awful lot more about these two once we get to Christmas Day, for talking sake. Because we'll look back at it and we'll think, yeah, if Arsenal go to Anfield, and as Danny just described, Liverpool have made that place an absolute fortress. If Arsenal can find a way, Chris, of winning there, what does it tell us about their title credentials?
Well, firstly, I don't think we will learn a lot. I think Arsenal are very capable of going there and winning. What I see certainly in an Arsenal this season are probably a team that's a bit more resilient than what they've been, and probably for those that have seen a lot of Arsenal over the last season, maybe they're not playing as fluent as what they were come last season, but they're still in there competing, winning the games that they need to win. So for me, I don't think it would be a surprise. I think Liverpool playing at home, and as Danny says, they are very, very strong at home. I think still would be the favourites. I think simply because of that. But I don't think we will learn a lot. I think this can go either way, and I think there will be lots of things to speak about on whatever this result is, and whether it's a great Liverpool performance after maybe a performance where they wasn't able to score the goals that they needed to score in the last game, or it's an Arsenal side that came there, didn't play particularly well. Okay, Liverpool had the balance of play and Arsenal got a result. Yeah. I don't think it would be a surprise anyway.
How do you think it plays out, Danny? I know you've got a game tonight to think about, but after that...
I don't think Liverpool lose.
They do not lose against Arsenal.
I think the best Arsenal gets a draw. Even last year when we went 2-0 up Arsenal, Liverpool pinned them back. It's hard to win there. In fact, I'd expect Liverpool to beat them.
Yeah.
But I would say for me, it'd be a bigger surprise. It'd be a bigger surprise Arsenal going there and winning than it would Liverpool beating them.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.